this is Daniel Hutchins, and today we're going to be doing another Marvel Insider check-in. So today's Marvel Insider check-in is the Marvel Insider check-in of 12/22/20. Okay, so I'm still a level elite. I have 31,450 points, and I have 172,050 points. Okay, and I was actually on Marvel Insider earlier today, so... Okay, so now we're going to try to catch up, and I'm going to read you a couple articles, as what I'm hoping to do, so... Of course, I went on and I completed a lot in the past, so... Probably going to have to update it for January, so... Yeah. Okay, so... The first activity we're going to be talking about is the Path to the X of Swords event. Okay, the issues that pave the way to the X of Swords. 10 mutant champions must compete for Krakoa's future before their Omniversal tournament against their enemy. Read the prelude chapters that offer key background for the X-Men's contest to come. Fate will be forged within the swords, and you can get ready. Okay, so suggested reading order. Okay, so this is suggested. Okay, so, yeah, okay, so we have Marauders 2019, number 11. X-Force 2019, number 11. Cable 2020, number 3. Excalibur 2019, number 11. X-Men 2019, number 11. Cable 2020, number 4. Marauders 2019, number 12. X-Force 2019, number 12. Excalibur 2019, number 12. X-Men 2019, number 12. So yeah, those are all your titles you can read to catch up with the Path to the X of Swords. So if you want to kind of catch up and find more out about the Path of X of Swords, there you go. And you can actually read all the books I've read to you and mentioned to you. You could read those on Marvel Unlimited. So if you're a member of Marvel Unlimited, you can sign in and you could read those books at any point in time that you felt like. Okay, so we're going to be doing some more activities, because it's probably been a while since I've actually did a Marvel Insider check-in in video form, that is. Okay, so you can also comment down below if you happen to know when my last video for check-in of Marvel Insider was. Okay, but we're not talking about that. We're just going to keep going. Okay, so this is some interesting information. Now we could look inside Daredevil, as Daredevil is consumed by the King in Black. Spoiler alert. Prepare for the Daredevil of number 26, as Matt Murdock enters the Null event. Okay, so a devil-consumed Matt Murdock faces the darkness unlike any death before. Meanwhile, Elektra may be in over her head for the first time in her life. In Daredevil number 26, Daredevil must find the strength to continue the fight as all hell has break loose. There's a very, very, very cool picture below. Written by some artist, issue number 26 was a smash hit series which launches the newly cowed Elektra into the inky blackness of the symbiote event. How will they be able to fare this? You can get a look inside Daredevil number 26 for previews, and you can also pre-order the magazine from your local comic book store before you could read it in full on January the 27th. There you go, guys. That is a little bit of information about Daredevil. Okay. There's more, guys. You don't have to worry. I'm good. So, the next activity we're going to be talking about, if this loads. Oh, my bar on the side went too fast. Hold up. Alright. So, the next article we are going to be talking about is America Chavez. Okay, so now remembering Richard Corbin, 1940 to 2020. Marvel Comics can pause and reflect upon the life and career of the American comic artist Richard Corbin, widely known for his dramatic illustrations in the horror and sci-fi genre. During with his career as an artist and writer, he contributed to heavy metal magazines DC, Vertigo, Dark Horse, and Marvel. He lived to be 80 years old, which is a very, very long time. Corbin grew up on a farm in a small town of Sunflower, Missouri, reading some comics and some horror shorts, encouraged by his parents to pursue art as a career. Moved out to KC to study filmmaking and animation in KC Art Institute, where he graduated in 1965 with a Bachelor of Fine Art degree. He worked at Calvin Studios as an animator, and just a couple years later had a cover published in the 1967 issue of magazine of fantasy and science fiction. His first comic was published back in '69, which was the tripping point in his career. During that time, he submitted to Warren Publications magazine's Creepy, 1964, and Eerie in 1965. Eventually, he became a frequent featured artist in 1970, and his first covers were from March 1971 issue and contributed short stories to these magazines as well. All of his illustrations and covers from Creepy and Eerie were reprinted by Dark Horse in 2012. Okay, after that, he worked on some underground comics, such as Skull, Slow Death, and Fever Dreams, among others, which led him to pursue the medium full fair. In these early days, he developed the Cohen technique involving color overlays, simulating full color and produced near photographic imagery in luminescent quality. Some notable works that used this technique include Child, Butcher of Mutant World, and in '77, he illustrated the cover for singer Meatloaf's record-setting album Bat Out of Hell, and was one of the most popular, well-known works. Then in '78, Francis Metal Harlan serialized his graphic novel Neverwhere, which later published in his American imprint Heavy Metal, and began long relationships with magazine. Neverwhere became an animated short, and Corbin contributed to other films such as Heavy Metal in '81 and The Dark Planet in '89. Okay, so also there's some really very, very cool pictures on this article, let me just say. So while Corbin continued with his anthology Fanagore, it jumped from publisher to publisher, and in '84 he founded and operated Fanagore Press. His publishing imprint, The Endeavor, spanned 10 years and published Den, Horror of Dark, and Rip in Time, among others. Some of these stories, like Den, were continued in Heavy Metal. Okay, in 2000, he moved on to DC Comics, where he adapted William Hodgson's chilling novel The House on the Borderland. He then teamed up with Brian Azzarello on Hellblazer for 5 issues, collected in Hellblazer Hard Time. Again, there's some very, very cool pictures. So for Marvel, he worked alongside Azzarello once more, crafting the Startling Stories banner series in 2001. Then the Max Comic Age in 2002. He then took his signature style to Punisher: The End in 2004, written by Garth Ennis, and Ghost Rider in 2006, and Star the Slayer in 2009. Both with writer Daniel Way. Corbin with the help of which Margopolis reimagined the classic works of Edgar Allan Poe, and with the 3-issue miniseries Haunt of Horror, Edgar Allan Poe 2006, Corbin followed up with adaptations of another master horror writer in The Haunt of Horror, H.P. Lovecraft 2008. Again, there's some very, 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 very cool pictures. So if you're on Marvel.com, you check this out, I think you're going to love the photos. So okay, enough of that. So over the years, Corbin has won awards in film and comic book art, including the 1968 Golden Eagle Award, and the 1971 and 73 Shazam Award, and the 2009 Spectrum Grand Master Award, after winning Eisner Awards in 2009 and 2011 for his landmark work of Dark Horse's Hellboy. He was inducted into the Will Eisner Award Hall of Fame in 2012. And just 2 years ago, in 2018, he received the Grand Prix de la Ville d'Angoulême, a Lifetime Achievement Award for the Angoulême International Comic Festival. So this guy has many, many awards. So his legendary contribution to comics across the decades-long career will not be forgotten. Okay. So that was very, 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 very good. So I was happy just reading all that history of how an artist who lived up to be 80 years old was able to make so much on his history in the comic book universe. So now we're just going to check my stuff and we should be good. Yeah, it looks like I'm just gonna So I think I'm just gonna wrap it up right here then, guys. So 12 minutes and 53 seconds right now, and it's going very quickly into 13 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoy this content, and again, I'm hoping that my storytelling for these videos isn't bothering you. So, like I said, if you like this content, please hit a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, please leave them below so I can read them if I'm around in the future. So, you guys have a nice day.